Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Geometry Dash. And what we're doing here is, well, it's supposed to be practicing Platinum Adventure, but I want to see if we can push our best just a little higher first. Because, you know, we haven't gotten that far. And before we practice too much, we should practice the beginning, right? No, not really. But I think... So most of the hard parts of this level are front-loaded. Or at the very least, there are very large segments at the end that I consider to be, like, pretty easy and sight-readable. And that's right, it'll be going right side up there, so... I gotta stop inputting when we go through that portal. I gotta stop not inputting before we go through the portal. All this is true. Man. Like, do you just straight fly through all of that? I don't think so, because I'm not good enough at it. Yeah, if you come in at the portal, like, at any kind of angle, I don't see how it... Yeah, it's not working at all. Man. Anyway. I don't have any kind of good feeling about this map. I was supposed to be putting it on practice mode, but I can't even get through this segment of it. No, we're just going to put it on practice mode, because after all, we're going to have to get through this like 1,000 times before we beat the level, right? So we don't need to be bashing our head against it right now. Even though I literally can't get past it, I'm so bad. Nah, it'll just take me a little while to get into the groove of it or something. Just because I'm super bad at ship doesn't mean that I won't be able to fake my way through it eventually. Yikes. Okay, so the speed increases and the portal goes down all at one time. Great. That's why I can't do it. Do I work? Yeah, I work full time. I'm a line cook in a restaurant. I work, you know, between 40 and 48 hours a week. It just sort of depends on the week, you know, but yeah, absolutely, I do. Yep, I work more than I wish I had to, but you know, like the punk rock song says, I wish I had more money than I had, but I know that's not punk, but I like to pay my rent. Hello, Loop. And I'm having the most trouble just conceptually getting... I'm too stupid. I'm about to freak out. This is why I don't like practice mode. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes I just feel like if I literally hit my head against a wall, I would be doing better. Like we've died right here like 50 times, and I have not gotten any closer, to doing it right. I just die like one way or the other repeatedly forever. I'm so bad. I just need to get through this part so I can play the other part of the level, but I can't. I can't even get a checkpoint past it. I've gotten past this point in the level. I hate everything. I hate everything. So you hit it like right in the middle, and then you can just straight fly through, and it's fine. You just gotta, you know, just gotta get right through it. That's so obnoxious. And then here we go up. Probably gonna have to back it up, yep. Great. Well, we have to do this part again. I'm so over this. I'm so overplaying this level. I hate everything. This is so bad. I'm What's the point? What's the point? I liked this game better when I was when I couldn't do anything. This is the dumbest. This is a waste of my time. If there's nobody watching this video right now, y'all are lucky. No, I've been doing the manual checkpoints. I don't even have it on. If you weren't in here, I would already have turned this video off and deleted it. What a waste of my time. What a waste of your time. What a waste of my life. Thank God. Alright, and then they do the weird teleporting thing that I don't understand very well. Yeah, and then we do this part. Oh yeah, and then there's that part that I have no idea how it works, and we're just gonna have to practice a bunch. But right, you gotta remember that you can't go low. It's just lying to you. It just lies. I hate these effects. They make me so mad. I'm a very visual player, which means if what you're seeing isn't true in like 1 second, I'm gonna die to it. It's another way of saying that I'm very bad. You see how every single time I aim for the place that'll kill me? Not that time, but all the other times. Ow. It's funny that, like, the beginning of this level, I hate it so much. And then, like, the middle and the end are totally fine. Like, this first section, I hate it just a lot. I think it sucks. I think it's awful. And then, from, like, 50% on, the ball section I also find incomprehensible and annoying. But, like, this wave part's totally fine. The ship part's totally fine. The ball part at the end's fine. Even the pillars at the end are fine. It's just like at least the terrible parts at the beginning, right? Because here, like, what do? You do that. Yeah, and anyway, you gotta do that. But here, you don't go down until right here, right? So this section's actually a lot easier than I give it credit for. You just gotta remember not to do that thing that I always do there. You do this. No, you don't. Yeah, because once you get here, you know, like, sure, you could die, but you just got to deliver it, right? And then there's this weird part, and I don't really remember what happens. Yeah, anyway. I haven't played this level a whole lot, right? But I remember thinking that if we could just get through the beginning, I bet we can learn it well enough before too long. Because this, it feels like you're supposed to do more than you are here, right? It's really hard to parse, like, what you're supposed to do from looking, because it's, like, all the wrong color. There's a lot of, you're not supposed to hit these orbs. Blah. Yeah, so you hit here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then just here, 1, and then you don't have to do anything for a while. You just think you do, so you die. And then there, you get control again and freak out about it, if you're me, causing yourself to die again. Yeah, because you have plenty of time there, and then, yeah, you can just slide the bottom. Yeah, that part's easy. You know, we just gotta practice it. And this UFO part, I mean, we'll die on it some, but fundamentally I think the level is just about tightening up all these middle sections so that when you get through that absolute nonsense at the beginning, you know, you can just push through it. Because after this is the weird mecha dinosaur thing. Why do I keep doing it? You're supposed to just run into it. It's because I'm scared of all the buttons, and I think I'm supposed to push the button whenever I see a color on the screen. No, no, no! I'm about to scream. I hate it when I do that. I hate it when I do that. Oh, that's worse than dying at 90% on Shiver felt. Now I have to go through the beginning of this stupid f***ing level again. Oh my, I don't want to do this. I don't like this part. It sucks. I had a checkpoint where I was actually doing a part of the level that I thought was fun, and now look at me. Useless. Now I'm back to this part. Alright, I gotta quit doing that, because here you drop down, but not that far. Really? Pathetic. What? Okay, sure. What? I don't know how I'm even running to the ground there. I must be looking too far ahead of my wave on the screen. Because there's a lot of leeway here, but I don't know why I thought, yeah, I'm like, this is... Anyway. So the wave section, you know, like this is... We'll do it most of the time that we get here, right? And then the ball section, we'll be able to get through, what, like most of the time? Yeah, because it's really not much to remember, just don't do that. So it'll take us, what, a couple hundred attempts just to get here each time, and then we'll just have to get better. Because I don't think we're ever going to do that beginning part well, but maybe we will. Maybe it's easier than the beginning of Shiver, and I just don't know it. After 2,500 times, I got okay at the beginning of Shiver, after all. Hey, Sprite, what's going on? I'm losing. Alright, so this part you're not supposed to forget that it falls down there. And then there you do the little one, right, yeah. So you do this jump. There, no, I don't know. You fall straight there, and then you do this. Then there's one, and that one raises up, and there you do a light one. And then it's in this totally sight-readable ship portion. I just got through it the first time I ever did it on this map. So, you know, it's just, that's all you gotta do, right, when you're doing it. You just gotta get to here, because it's very chill. It's very, very, very doable. And then now, we just have to hit this green one at the bottom side of it, right? No. Right, and there you fall. Yeah, I've done the practice to 100% before. I'm just like sort of refreshing my memory on it. The ship part at least is sight readable. But yeah, the end part, I can only imagine the fury when you get to those parts and like you to the pillars if you're just trying to do it, but well, see, that's what some people think that you're not supposed to be able to, but I think a level that's just impossible to sight read is a bad level, at least for me to ever play. Because I understand that, you know, people got to make it harder in some way, but if I can't tell what I'm supposed to do by looking at the game, that to me is bad design, not good design. It might be high difficulty, but whenever I think about what makes a game level good, it's being able to tell what the game wants you to do in the level. But that's not like a Geometry Dash distinction, and I'm a very poor Geometry Dash player. But just like, broadly speaking, if a player can't tell what they're supposed to do, I don't know by what rights we say that you designed a level well. Yeah, so there's like a mandatory buffer. I never buffer, right? There, and then you just do this part, which is like, you know, you just do it, right? You know how to play the game and you just do it. And then you have this part, which is weirder because here you gotta like fall down, but not right there. Yeah. But it's like a level where all the ridiculousness is at the very beginning. Like all the stuff that I just can't do is at the beginning, although I'll probably die there a bunch for, you know, being bad. Ha! Hilarious. Did I ever beat Clutterfunk? Yeah. I beat Clutterfunk, and then I moved on to Demons. I beat, you know, the Nightmare and Lightning Road, and I beat Shiver. And I decided to target this one for my 4th. I think it should fall in many less attempts than Shiver did. Alright, so there you jump onto the weird invisible thing, and then you go through one, then you jump 2, and then you jump over before the end. Right. No. No, it's, yeah, there. Yeah, no, it was a couple weeks ago, I guess, that I beat Clutterfunk. Sprite, you say I've done better in a month or two than some people have done in a year. Well, to be fair, too, I mean, like, I do work full-time, but I have played, 15 or 20 hours a week of Geometry Dash since I started. But there's a good 75 to finish, right? There's not a good one, because before this is just the ship part, right? Which is incredibly easy, and this part's not hard. You just gotta refresh on it. So where do I think the roadblocks are? Just the beginning? And then, like, potential to die on the UFO, potential to die here, but, all you gotta do is remember, right? Oh, no. Anyway, well, I guess we'll start trying normal attempts, although I think it's a little too soon. If we get to the end, we can maybe fake our way through it, right? Well, not flying like that, we're not gonna. Now we're gonna see how long it's gonna take me to just get through this tunnel, because the hardest part of the game is right here. I crashed. They do the thing where they move the wall. I'm very, very dumb. Not really, but I like to insult dumb people by calling myself dumb. It's one of the harshest things I can do, to insult my own intelligence around other people, because they just look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, oh man, what does he think about us? Well, it's not nice, let me tell you. Nothing I think about people is nice at all when I'm dying in Geometry Dash. Alright, new best. 23%. Not good, not bad either. Shouldn't be dying on the wave part. That part's easy. We shouldn't be dying on any of the parts except this part. This is the hard part. Just this single portal. Once we get through it for like half of a second, it's fine. But it's highly irregular. By that I mean, like, your position relative to the portal when you go in drastically influences what inputs will get you killed or not killed. Like, that what I did right there will get you killed if you enter too high, but I'm not, like, good enough to not enter too high. Blah! Never gonna get a new best dying on the wave part. The wave part's easy after all, we all know that. There we go, there we go. Alright, and now we just gotta deliver this, right? We fall here and jump up. Well, hey, 55%. That's a pretty big personal best improvement, right? And actually, I think respectable. Moreover, the 55 to the end is not a part that I consider to be particularly tricky. So I now am developing a good feeling about our futures on this map. Because really, like, if we just tighten this part up, that part with Mechanical Dinosaur Frog is not that tough. I honestly didn't think I was going to get there. I froze up a bit, because after just like a couple more jumps there, you're into that ship mode, which I sight read the first time I ever saw it clean, and there on that earlier run, I also did clean, which probably means we'll crash on it now, but so what? The point is that you can just do it by looking at it. And from there, it's just that cube part, and then, the ball, and then the end, so maybe I won't have to be on this map for like 2,500 attempts like I was on Shiver. But, you know, if I keep on running into these little spinning wheels, then maybe I will be, you know. Ay, ay, ay. Actually feels really good. Yeah, it's, but like I had identified earlier, this is the hard part of the level. Every single thing in the rest of the level is dramatically easier than this. Most especially the portal here. Like, this portal's rough. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because, like, the behavior of your inputs after it, like, I crave regularity, and there's no way of knowing, you know, hey, what do I do as soon as I hit this portal? Or if there is, I'm not smart enough to see it. Yeah. But as soon as if I ever get through this portal for half a second and live, then we can stabilize it and we can get through. So it's just a matter of doing that. And the rest of the level being considerably easier than this part might actually, you know, be good. It's hard to say. This part's so hard. I'm just like, I can't. It makes me so mad. It makes my skin feel hot. It makes me want to hit a tree with an axe. I hate it. Man, what an annoying part. This reminds me so much of Shiver, where the really hard part was the ship part at the beginning, only while I think Shiver's ship part in general was harder than this specific transition in this portal right here is dramatically harder than all the other stuff I've ever done in this game, or I'm just conceiving of it very badly. I'm not actually sure which. Because if we just get through, then, you know, it's fine. But, man, is it rough getting through. And then we crash into the wall, because of course we do, because that wall moves. And, you know, being a person who is, you know, bad, I ran into it. I hate everything. You say I'm not that bad. Have you seen me crash directly into this exact part like 100 times so far today? Like actually 100? Because it's gonna be more. I just, there are aspects of the game that I'm okay at, but they're not like, none of them are what make a Geometry Dash player good. They're just like, I played high school percussion. So any talents that you get from like needing to do a thing at a time is fine, but anything that's like needing to do specific Geometry Dash things, I'm bad at. It's like, I was fine at percussion. I can hit some buttons when I'm supposed to, but if you're like, just sort of figure out what you think you're supposed to do, I can't do that. I'm not a musician. I'm Ron Burgundy. I'll read whatever you put on the teleprompter. But like here, it's like when I hit this portal, what I do is not the same each time. Sometimes if I hit an input immediately, I'll die. Sometimes I'll live, and I don't know how to tell the difference. There's one of these on the Nightmare, I think, but I figured out how to hit it where I could just not do an input at all each time, which is almost as good as figuring out how they work. I'm so mad. And every time I die, it's going to be infuriating because it brings me back here to the worst and hardest part of the level. Like, how am I going to die on the wave part? That's supposed to be where you get to feel good for a while, where the level isn't terrible, where you're not miserable. And then I just died at the beginning, and now I'm back here. I died again. I hate everything. Like, why? Why can't I just mix it up and not do this part at the beginning? You know, why can't I just, like, get a don't do the beginning annoying part grace, you know? That would be nice. Wouldn't that be a sight? Like, I don't get it. And that's why I keep getting frustrated. It's not like, oh, hit the button right then. It changes, and I am not good at context dependent stuff. I probably don't have to explain that to anyone who's ever met me or watched me talk for 5 minutes, but I don't really pick up on differentiation in cues very well. What? Whatever. It's better to die there than here, I guess. It's not better. Like, do we need to flatten out there and be like straight flying? Will that prevent the angle from going weird? No, because I'll just die. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe I was looping too hard and we just needed to straight fly through. That would be silly. Like, oh, the answer is to get better. All right. Aw, you kidding? How am I gonna die on this ship part? Anyway, 63%, new best. Actually, it feels awesome, you know, because if we can get there, then, you know, at any moment we can just clear this map, right? Because from the ship, it's just that upside down cube part that I practiced a bunch, and the ball, and then those pillars, and that's it. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but... But it's like, any run could make it. You're going to do the honor speed level for luck. Well, thank you. I think, you know, we did very well on the ball section both times, and the UFO was clean, and, you know, we're good with the mech robots, so it's like, all of those sections, you know, the little bit of practicing we did is good. This section, clearly going through it 150 times has not improved me at all. The ball section, I did it 10 times, and it's tightened, you know, like, it's good. It's also probably dramatically easier than this section, which is why I can do it. All right. That was close. That was close too. What? All right. The name of this blues song is How You Gonna Die on the Waveform part. No. Alright, so more straight flying this time. That's not straight flying. Yeah, I think that's the key. You just don't want to swoop around. It might remember the swoop. I think it remembers the swoop. Well, if that's the case, then we can get a slightly more predictable way if we just go in straight and then, well, no, not like that. It's like slightly more predictable crashes. Well, crashing every time is predictable, but not in the way that I meant. Ah, terrible. Why? Well, that's not gonna do it. Nor that. I gotta quit focusing on the entrance to the portal and realize that I've died there like 4 times now, so I've gotta conceptually do that a little different. Okay, so nope. Nope. Ah, what? I don't think I hit the button that hard. I did, or the game wouldn't have killed me for it. Whatever. Well, I don't think you gave me any luck, because I still can't get past this early part again. I'm back to not being able to do that. I was never to a point where I could get past it. Every time I get through it, it's a fluke. Y'all know that. Anytime I get past this initial, like, portal there, then it's all me, you know, it's all my skill. But this section is all just luck. If I ever live through it, it's all luck. No, like, I'm just being honest. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this right on purpose. Every other segment of this map I've done right on purpose. I've never done this part correctly because I knew what I was supposed to do. I just thought it was going to work every time, and I die 95% of the time. Like, every time I get through that tunnel alive, I think that's what I did the other times. It's not, though, because I lived. But I can't tell the difference. I literally can't. I crashed into the roof. I crashed into the floor. What? Like that right there. I thought I was gonna die, but I didn't. I don't understand. I jumped. I panicked. I knew I was dying before I died. I was like, no, you're supposed to just not press anything for a little while longer. Hey, Rose. I'm like really bad at this level, but I could beat it at any time. Which is, you know, the most lack of interesting way to be. So, like, 85 out of 100 times, I just crash right here. But if I get past that, I stand a very solid chance of getting pretty far, or even beating it, I think. However, I'm really, really bad at this one specific portal here. I don't know what I did differently that time. Never have I ever gotten through and known how. I still don't know how I did it. What? I thought I had like a lot of room between me and the roof, but maybe there was some obstacle I just didn't see. I don't think I crashed into the roof. I was looking at the screen again instead of looking not at the screen where my life could have been. If I ever like watch the level, I'll often do the things that the level's trying to trick me into. I just got to sort of like glaze over my eyes and be like, no, don't look at what's on the screen. It's going to try to kill you. This game goes progressively from look at the screen and do what it tells you to don't look at the screen, it's all a lie. Looking at the screen will only remind you what the next lie is going to be. The walls will move or whatever. You will grow to deeply resent reality and your inability. We should start. Yeah, we should start driving through that one and dying. That'll be fun. That'll. Alright, so how are we supposed to get that coin? No idea. I mean, yeah, I could beat it any time. I just have to accidentally get through this beginning part, and then it'll be okay. Like, it doesn't matter that I don't understand it. No, I understand this part. I just don't understand that, not this portal, but this one. It doesn't behave properly. Whatever. Back to 50 more times of dying here. Somehow getting through again. And again, I don't know how. Oh, yeah, sure, whatever. That's so obnoxious. We could have beat the game that time. The whole game, right there. And yet, we won't. My incompetence knows no bounds. It knows a lot of deadly pinwheels, but not boundaries. My heart rate goes like it's the end of a level if I just get through that part one time. It's like so many attempts die right there. Blah. It's like the level in GoldenEye that I speedrun all the time. There's this guard, and if he doesn't like have a timing where he opens this gate, like right, if he doesn't load in the proper way, then like you just can't get a good time. So like two-thirds of your runs, depending on, you know, how you want to do the math, but a lot of your runs just like can't deliver, and then there's other problems that can happen too. And this reminds me of that, where I just have to get through like 85% failures How come there's no background music? Because I have a deep aversion to copyrighted content. And the internet has told me that Geometry Dash contains it, so Geometry Dash doesn't get its music. But people have told me that the game is a lot easier if you can hear the songs, and I believe them. But no, there's some music up, but it's like I just use like the YouTube audio library because they will not get mad at me for using the YouTube audio library. But no, I would basically have to individually research every Geometry Dash level and make sure that I had individual permission to use it, because the game itself has given me no such indication that music is safe to use. I should try a SEO device. I don't know what that means. Blah. You want me to stop playing a video game to search for something? I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to remember what you told me to search for by the time I end this this thing. But anyway, that's still a good sentiment, but I'm not going to do that. In general, if you think I'm ever going to stop playing a video game to do any other thing, it's not likely. It's enough that I even stopped to read chat. I mean, what would I do? Like, hit escape and then, like, just stop playing the game that I'm actively live streaming in order to read out of a different monitor? I'm not going to do that. It's an input device with low latency. Well, I use this PS4 controller. I can't use a mouse. My hands do not permit it. No, I don't think I'm dying because I don't because of Input Lab. I'm dying because I'm bad and I don't understand. Not those portals. I understand how these work. I just don't understand this specific one here. I don't get it. It's not regular enough. That's a me problem, not an input problem. Back to 100 more attempts to try to get out of the first section of the game. I'm solid at the other parts of the map. Like, everything after the first part, I'm okay at. I just can't do this at all. I hope I never get good enough at this game to play those levels. They seem miserable. They seem like there's no fun at all left. I've just, like, seen them. Like, I've gone through, like, an auto-scroller of them, and they seem miserable. Like, look, I don't want to get too much into it, but I don't like myself. But they seem like you would have to really not like yourself to want to play them. Like, way more than I've ever considered hating myself. Like Geometry Dash players, they take my level of self-hatred that I thought was like world class and totally level it up. I cannot imagine beating Verdant Landscape ever. The green is so like shockingly aggravating to my eyes. It was like the second thing anyone ever sent me, because Geometry Dash people are hilarious. So I'm like there playing like Stereo Madness or you know, like Polargeist or something, and they're like, you should try Verdant Landscape. So I did. Anyway, I'm never going to be that good at this game. I will definitely lose interest first. I can't even beat Electrodynamics or Dash or Hexagon Force. Because they are harder than demons are. 3 demons, and I still can't beat all the insane levels in the game. That's because the demons are easy and the insane levels are really hard. Not as hard as trying to get through this incredibly easy portal. It's not easy though. I'm terrible. And then sometimes it just works. And let me tell you, I'm trying to do the same thing every time. I'm just trying to fly through it and not run into the spikes. And yet... Later, Rose. Like, if I had a good input device, I'd still be dying there, right? Because I literally don't know what I'm supposed to do besides, you know, fly the ship. But I'm just trying to do it the way I know how every time, only it almost never works. And you don't have enough time to see the difference. Like, right there, I just, you know, didn't die. And all the other times I did. Can't explain it. Doesn't make sense. Blah. I thought that'd be fine. It's weird though. It's like on Shiver, I would get this rush at like 57% where the ball went faster. I'm like, okay, now it can convert. Now every single time I get out of that stupid tunnel, I'm like, this could be the time. Maybe we'll beat the map right now. Because that's, now the hard part's over, right? 90% of runs end right before we ever do any of this part. And now we get to do 100 more of these. And that's why when people talk about me playing Extreme Demons, I'm like, you don't understand my psychology. This already almost breaks me. Like, this is just about as much disappointment as I can bear. Like, I already am a failure, and I know it. I know it the way that I know that rocks are real. But I only really believe I'm a failure when I'm failing at video games. And man, do I ever fail a lot here. $200 attempts and something like 180 of them in the first 8% of the map. And anything that we've got after 30% has a chance of going all the way. You know, we just gotta... It's just like Shiver, right? It's just like Shiver. Only we're even worse at the beginning of the map than we are at Shiver. But it's just like it. Only the beginning and the middle and the end of Shiver were harder than all this, I think. It's just this right here that's harder than every single thing in Shiver. And in fact, harder than anything I've done in the rest of the game. Like, dramatically harder. I don't know what it is. It can't just be me being bad. But it can definitely be that. Yeah, man, useless. What refresh rate do I play on? It's a 60 hertz monitor, I think. It's like an IPS 4K panel, so it's probably like 5 millisecond, 60 hertz. So I know you get like faster refresh and all that on TN panels, but I just have the IPS. Well, and I have a secondary like 1080 monitor, you know, but that's not what we're gaming on. Specs of my PC. It's a 14th generation i9, 4080 Super, 64 gigs of RAM. A monster of a machine. Not the beefiest in the world, but very, very strong. I saved up for like a year and a half for it. I finally had a run of time where nothing bad happened in my life. I didn't have any, you know, surprise emergencies, and my normal spending and saving habits were able to work out well. It's the worst part of being an adult, when, you know, you make plans and then emergencies happen, so suddenly all of the things you've been working for don't happen. But I finally had a run of what I would call normal luck, except it's actually good luck, you know. Having nothing go wrong and just getting to go to work and not have any problems that, like, you don't foresee. It's pretty lucky. It's pretty lucky indeed. Not like running into the roof there. That's just bad. That's a skill issue, you know. It's not a luck issue. But because I've had my channel for like 11 years now, right? Something like that. And I was thinking, you know, I wanted to get a good computer again, start recording videos. I wasn't anticipating that I would stream then, just because I don't like people very much and they don't usually like me, so I figured that nobody would want to watch me if they were like actively talking to me. But it seems like it's all right. But and then I end up playing like a bunch of like, you know, low spec requiring games. I played like, you know, the first game I came back and streamed was Minecraft. And then just, you know, Celeste, Geometry Dash. But I played, you know, Red Dead. I played a couple next-gen-ish games. Well, that's past-gen. I played Space Marine 2. That's a game that, you know, required my machine. I want to just set... a checkpoint after that portal to prove that I can beat the whole level after that portal, and then after I do, you know, like a 10% to 100, just stop playing the game forever. Be like, you know, now that's good enough. Now that I proved that I could do it if that portal wasn't in the game, I don't have anything else to prove. But that's not true, because I crashed again. It's because I have to spend 80 attempts to get out of this section one time. If I was less trash, then maybe I would be able to get a little further. But nope. Nope. What? You're joking. How did I die there? It was physically turning around in the portal. Did I miss the portal? Maybe. Maybe I hit it at a bad angle where I only hit one of the portals. Me. My. So bad. Have I thought about using FPS bypass? No. None of those things ever seemed necessary to me. I never thought I was dying because of, like, frame rate or input problems. I always thought I was dying because I did the wrong thing. I've never blamed the game except a little ironically. But no, it's always me. I'm bad. That's why I die. I don't think it has anything to do with, like, the only problem between the screen and this controller is my human body. It's not any input problem or the way the screen is. It's just that I'm bad. And at any point, I could decide to start playing right. Is it likely? No, but it is theoretically possible. I needed to jump further there. That is underwhelming. Yeah, because I feel like the frame rate's always just fine. Maybe the stream looks like things are bad, but on my screen it's very responsive. I only die because I'm bad, not because the frame rate seems strange anyway. What? I don't get it. There should have been, like, so much space between myself and the roof. I don't believe I hit the roof. I need to go back and check the VOD. Maybe there's, like, a triangle there that I don't know is there. Sure. Whatever. Okay. Blah. Yeah, I don't think they're invisible. I just think that I thought they were background. You know how there can be, like, white triangles like the ones on the screen right there that are just like arrows? And then there could be white triangles like the ones on the roof right here, right now, that are not spikes like those that you can drive into. And then sometimes you can't. I never know what's what. I think maybe on the wave I drove into some on the roof that were the kind that I thought were decoration. I just don't think I ran into the actual ceiling, which makes me suspect that I ran into something else. I could have just run into the ceiling. I could have been really off on where I thought I was, but I just feel like There's some spike that I didn't identify as a spike, maybe. Crash. Whatever. I did it again. It's just like, if you just don't hit that last one, there's no need to input there. I had it clean. Blah. But anyway. It's just this part that's hard. The rest of the level is, I mean, doable. I would have beat it 20 times by now, I think, if I didn't have to start here, if I just started at the wave part. I honestly think that, by the way. I'm not just talking. Like, I really feel like we could crack this thing so many times if I didn't have to do this, you know, 200 times before each good attempt. No, it's more like one good attempt every 50 times. And every, like, 30 times we get to the ball section. And probably, like, one every 20 times we get to the wave, maybe? Have we done the wave 14 times? Maybe. So yeah, like a 5% conversion rate to getting any further in the level. But, you know, that's good, because I can just practice all the parts after this, and then if I ever get through, this is like a really great practice mode for this part. We could just practice it 1,000 more times, and unfortunately, I die early on the wave, condemning me to 50 more runs of this section. No, it's... The luck is not... The luck is only that I get away with not knowing what I'm doing. Because I don't get this portal. It's not regular. Maybe it depends on angle every time. Maybe it depends on angle and position every time. So maybe, like, you know, maybe there's 9 different outcomes. Maybe there's just 3 for, like, how my ship is going to act through the portal. But I don't know which one it's going to be, right? Sometimes I crash down. Sometimes I crash up. Sometimes I just go straight. I'm doing the same thing every time. Just sometimes I die. Blah. So really the only luck is me accidentally doing the right thing. Fortunately, the luck that I need happens at the very beginning of the map. Well, it would if I got it. So I can die 300 times waiting for it. Because all I have to do is get through the tunnel, and then I could beat it. You never know. Will I ever get through it? Well, I mean, give me 30 or 40 more times, and maybe I will. Maybe. Seems like we get through the tunnel about 5% of the time. Nope, not that time. Like, why did I not die there? I did the same thing I always do. I'm not complaining, I just don't know. I froze up. I thought I was dying and I didn't do any inputs for the ship. The easy part. The part that I can beat. You say this might be prove that it's a game that tests patience rather than build it. Well, I don't think it builds it, but I don't think it tests it either, or not patience the way people mean it, because I am not a patient man. But what I am is a man who can bear repetition, and that's not the same, right? Like a patient person and a person who can tolerate repetition without madness, they're different qualities. And I am an impatient man, but my madness has always been caused by not being often enough alone, and never by the material circumstances surrounding my life. And I hate this level now. It's just because of that portal. Every other part of this level is fine. It's all fine. I used to hate these things. Now I understand them. I don't get that portal, though. I can't believe I crashed there. Now I have to do this 50 more times. Unbelievable. All right. No, what? No, Is there not even a portal there? I could have done that part. I didn't realize we were doing that part. It just, like, turns into it. And named user, you say, hey, I'm doing this level. I wouldn't say I'm doing this level. So, in spite of me just getting to 74 there, what you're about to see is me die here at the beginning about 50 more times before we get out. So, I can do the level, I just can't do this part. To be more specific, it's this part right here that I can't do. And I die most of the time. But if I can get past there, then any single time, like I already have my heart racing like I'm about to beat this map just from getting through that portal. Are you joking? Yeah, that, like, because I even knew there was a transition to block there, but I didn't see it. Like, I was just flying the ship and then I died. Like, it was not at all clear to me that the thing that I was expecting to happen was about to happen. How was Shiver? Oh, you know, it took about 2,500 attempts, and I'm glad to be done with it. There were a couple losses in Shiver early that were, well, not early, but, you know, several hundred attempts before I finished it that were pretty disheartening, but ended up being a lot of fun, you know, a great level. Oh, right. But anyway, so like, so many attempts, at least 80% of my attempts are before 14% on this map, no doubt. Every other part of it that I did, I figured out before too long. I still do not know how to do this. I mean, this part is fine, but this right here, I just can't do it right. Like right there, that's what I do every time in my head, only most of the time I die. All right. What? Whatever. I guess the floor is lava. There's not even anything on it. Sure, whatever. No! You can't jump that hard there, and I knew that. I knew you couldn't. Because that part of the level makes sense. I still don't know how I'm getting through now. It's not because I learned what I'm supposed to do there. I've been trying to do that every single time that I crashed. It's the same that I've been doing there. Not that. That's different. But anyway, I don't want you to feel like, oh, we figured that part out. I have not figured this part out. It only accidentally got through it a few times in a row there. But you could look forward to me dying a lot more here. How did I get through that time? I literally don't know. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't have to. Nothing in this game has to make sense. It either is or it isn't. What? That makes me mad. That's the only death in this level. Like, I get why I'm dying in the other parts because I don't understand it. There, I'm literally like, what do you mean? The level's spinning around in a circle. How are you going to kill me in a screen transition? I just hit a portal. How are you going to kill me? Alright, and now it's about to transition. Alright, moment of truth. No, no, no! How could I... How could I die there? How could I die there? I just, like, how could I die there? I'm really good at that part. Like, I'm really good at that part. But the only part of the level that I'm legitimately lousy at is this part. And I range between fine and good at some of the other parts, so... You know, it's just about tenacity, right? It's just about playing this early part enough to where it doesn't matter that I don't get it, because with enough attempts, we'll get one through. I can't believe I did that. That should have been a good attempt, and instead we're back here at the hard part that I don't understand instead of doing any of the easy parts of the level that come after it. I don't get it. I don't know how I died there. Does the screen just turn around anyway, even though you don't get to the portal? Am I, like, misunderstanding the portal? Does the portal, like, go here and turn around, but the screen turns around no matter what? It doesn't matter. Time to stop thinking about last attempt and start thinking about this one. Start thinking about this one. Hey, Bouncy Block. How's it going, man? I'm doing okay on this map, but man, am I really bad at the beginning of it still. After many hundreds of attempts, I still am terrible at this. Yeah, exactly. On the bright side, the beginning part is the only hard part. I can't believe I choked there on the ball part at the end. It should have been right there. I should have been able to hang it up. All right. No, no, no! Ah, man. That was like 3 too many inputs. I was looking too far ahead on the screen. Terrible. Bouncy, you're saying you remember when you used to think this was impossible? Yeah, I'd done some good practice on the last bit, and I feel like actually, I would say very confident, although I keep dying, but like, basically the ball to the end, like, I feel like I'm fine with, and even the wave is okay, but this, it's just the very beginning of the ship section, which, but like, although I'm dying on the wave, like, I shouldn't be, but like, not this part, but this part right here, because something about, not even that part, but like, where you have to go into the portal, I just, Maybe I need to be hitting it straighter, and I'm often hitting it at an angle, but it feels like highly irregular with what I can expect from my inputs there. And it's been a source of some considerable frustration. Ah, blah. I didn't waggle the wave. I don't know the technical term. But it's like the ship is so sight readable, and so is the ball at the end, and like all you gotta do is not choke like I did, and like we would have had a completion. We would have. It's all right there. Like the only super hard part of the level is the beginning, because this you just gotta remember it, right? And after you remember it, it's it is what it is. We'll probably die here sometimes, but not because it's hard, just because we make a bad choice or forget what a choice is. No! Too early. Poor robot mecha dinosaur. He was doing his best. All right. And now it's about to be cube. And now it's about to be ball. Remember your training. No, 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 I knew, I can't believe I just did that. Why, guys? Why? When I knew exactly what to do. When I knew exactly what to do. When I knew exactly what to do. Why am I the way I am? It's fine. It's cool. It's... how infuriating. Just don't jump, guys. Just don't jump there and you win. Alright. Heart's racing. Need to calm down, though. Gotta get back to it. Can't let my anxiety and despair over dying get in the way of getting through that again. Alright. What? Okay, I guess we didn't jump hard enough. I don't think we've died that way there before. I reacted before I died because I felt myself jump and I knew I was dying. Alright, back to 80 more attempts of dying right here. Fortunately, anyone that wasn't there for that attempt can have plenty of time before I beat this level, because I'm so bad, and the fact that I can do all of it except the beginning is irrelevant, given that you have to do the beginning each time. There we go. All right. I had to quit talking so that we could beat the level. All right. That feels great. I'm not going to lie to you. I was getting really annoyed with the beginning of this level, and I'm glad that we were able to wrap it up there. Fourth demon ever, guys. You were here for it. Thanks, everyone, for being here for it. Feels great. Feels wonderful. You were all here. Thanks, Sethy Boy. Thanks, Unnamed User. Thanks, Bouncy Block. Thanks, Costa, for being around for all of the earlier parts. Yeah, how nice, right? Yeah, Platinum Adventure, 100%. Fourth demon ever. Let's change the name of this video. All right, well, yeah, I don't know the next level to do. So that was Platinum Adventure. 1,113 attempts. Almost certainly about 800 of them were at the very beginning. And we'll give that the old upvote. What a good level. All right, well. You say I should try a medium demon because I've been beating easy demons in like one stream? Well, I mean, I played Shiver for like 7 hours. Maybe not that many. Maybe it was just like 6. But, yeah, yeah, you think maybe I'm good enough to beat the insane levels now? Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so that's 4 easy demons, but I mean, everybody knows Lightning Road and Nightmare barely count. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we just... Because I can't even play the Rob Top demons. Demon Mixed? Yeah, we'll just try that one. Try to bash through it a bit. I'm like, I just titled the thing of the video, the other one. Oh, I think actually, I'm like, have I played this? Yes. Yeah, because I was like, I hate everything about it. But I was like a much newer player then. But I think I still hate it. So there I just like hit the buttons a lot and didn't know what was happening, and it was right sometimes. It's not like a sustainable strategy though, right? Like there, look at me hitting buttons. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're going to do that one some other day. This one's pretty easy, you say. Well, you know, you can make jumps by looking at them, so that's pretty easy in my view. You know, you can just sort of look at the level and figure out how to play the level from looking at it. Not like that. Alright, so you can't buffer there, and you can't buffer there. Ah, there. That was bad. Yeah, stuff without moving objects is a lot easier on me. The moving objects, all the modern stuff is too tricky, you know, too advanced. But this is nice because it's based off my favorite aesthetic level, xStep, and it very much looks quite reminiscent of it. Just, you know, I guess, and actually feels reminiscent of it too, right? Yeah. So, I mean, this is tricky, but it's sight readable tricky. You know, like it's just, hey, do the stuff that you can see. This is my idea of a good level. Ah, yeah, and then we got to go down there. But anyway, yeah, so all of this seems like totally doable with just a little bit of practice. Especially this, like, this is very much in my wheelhouse, like, relative low precision, but, like, timing-based stuff that I can see, especially ball form, which is... I say it's my best one. But is it really? Ah, then you fall into that, and then it's a double click there, probably. Yep. Bounce, drop, no, drop, and then drop further? Maybe? I don't know. I can't see it. We'll just have to try it. Ah! How tricksy. And then you want to buffer but not hit that orb. Got it. That's very tricksy. Very tricksy. Nope, don't do that. Ah, and then we'll buffer down there and then probably have to jump. So this part will definitely require a little bit of doing stuff outside of my wheelhouse because I'm not a buffering player. I'm not a very buffer guy. And it looks like... Ah, and then we'll have to jump there. And I forgot to jump. No, it was only not too long ago. I think it might have been Bouncy, but it was somebody that's around a lot. They were like, you know, if you keep this up, you'll be beating easy demons in just like a couple weeks. And I was like, I don't think that's true. I don't think I'll ever do that. And now look at me, beating easy demons. I mean, they are easy though, right? But it's still a level of difficulty that I certainly would have not been able to even dream of in the past. Ah, and then stars. Yeah, no, I do not anticipate that I will ever be any sort of top-tier Geometry Dash player, but perhaps with a lot of practice I can be a decidedly medium one. Blah. Anyway, so this section, I'm like, we're about to die on it several times right after saying it seems fine. But it does, you know, you just avoid those. Blah. Main levels completed by May. Yeah, y'all know I can't even beat dry out anymore, so I can't unlock the levels because I can't beat dry out. I almost quit the game over my inability to beat dry out the other day. It was after I had like beaten something that was like hard by my standards, and then I was trying to get coins, and I literally couldn't beat dry out, and just like quit in disgust. There we go, nice and easy, and then we'll just figure out what goes on here. So we skip over the first one. No. Oh, wow, okay. I don't get it, but we'll just have to learn it. Ah, okay, now I see it. No, I don't. No? I don't know. I don't understand. So you go here, and then... No. So you miss this orb? No. So maybe we don't go for the first one at all and go here? No. So there, no. No. We jump over it there? Maybe? No. No. Hit the orb and fall to the triple. Ah. What? I hate this. The level was fine until now. Now I don't think I'm ever going to beat this. I was like, yeah, you can just look at it and tell what you're supposed to do. Wrong. Wrong. It was true for a little while that you could look at the level and tell what you were supposed to do. It's certainly not true anymore. Nope. No. you're watching and thinking that I know what to do? You think I know what to do? That's very nice of you. What a vote of confidence. One can often fall into the mistake of feeling that I understand a thing because you've witnessed me do it a couple of times. But that's not the way I experience the world. I'll just accidentally act right, but it's an accident. No idea what's going on there. There's probably some path that I don't understand, but if you miss it, then you go to there and then die later. Great. Well, if you're very bad like me, you will just miss what you're supposed to do. I don't even think I'm capable of doing this on the right path. It's a lot easier on the right path, isn't it? You can sort of see what's going on. But yeah, no, every time we'll just plan for the coin path. Oh, that's different. No, not like that. Oh, we died again. Right. I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright, we need to miss that one. No, okay, I don't understand. We'll just try to miss that one every time, but then you gotta hit that orb. We almost got through that, totally by accident. Everything we're doing here is totally by accident. Except those jumps, which we do understand now. So all we have to do is make sure that we miss those other ones, and then you just, you do that, and it's easy, except you're not supposed to do that or you die. Got it. Alright, so what am I even supposed to do here? Just die? You just die repeatedly? That's what you're supposed to do? You just run into the spikes? That's what's hot on the streets right now? Just gonna sit around and do your taxes? Just gonna sit around and die? Anyway, I'm about to give up and quit. This is... you know, sometimes you just feel like you've reached your peak, right? And you feel like that's as good as your life's ever gonna be. And I think that's what I did earlier. Because I sure can't get anywhere here. I don't even understand what I'm supposed to do. Which is pretty disheartening, right? Because the beginning of this level, I actually understood what was going on the map. And now it's just been a lot of not getting it at all. So, like, do I just, like, hit the button a lot randomly? Do I just need to get here and then just, like, spam a button and hope that I die? Or don't die? That almost worked, right? So we jump in, and then as soon as we can start hitting buttons, we just hit them randomly? Yep. Yep, that's exactly right. Got it. But not like that. That's super annoying. Just incredibly annoying. What aggravating design. How are you supposed to figure out to do that? That's so stupid. That's worse than making you do something independently. Oh, weird. I don't think I'm ever going to beat this map. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to beat another map in this game. Anyway, Look, you gotta know when you've reached, like, the point when you can't improve anymore, right? And that's gotta be, like, right here. Because I sure have not gotten any better at anything in the last 300 deaths. Whatever. I gotta quit playing the game after I beat demons. I need to just, like, stop playing after I beat a level. Because every time I play something else, I ruin all of the good feelings that I just got from beating something. Like, I've now just drained all of my happiness that I had from beating Platinum Adventure away by all of this failure. Like, what happened to the Triumph? I ruined it. I ruined it by playing longer. And now I'm just a bad player again who can't do anything right. All memory of Triumph is dissolved. And now all I am is a disappointment again. Fantastic. Just great. Why would I do this to myself? I could have just ended the stream after I beat Platinum Adventure and felt fine instead of this. What a chump. But at least we've got a checkpoint past that part, which I hated. Alright, so here... No. Alright, faster on these orbs. But not as fast there, because it's going to swing us up, and then we need to ride the little razor blade looking thing for a bit. Not like that. Like, now that I can look at the game and play it again, it's like I've forgotten how. God, I hated that part. Like, what misery, right? Why couldn't they just have let me play the game? Like, that was fun. All of this is fun. When I died, it was my fault. You could tell what you're supposed to do by looking at it. Like, man, do I hate any part that people describe as memory-based. So I don't want to learn how to remember what the level is. I just want to be able to play it. Here, I'm not like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like playing ball wrong, and that's fine. At any moment, I could decide to play it right. Hey, Natasha. Yeah, you did arrive in a rampage. I'm fine now. I spent like 300 times bashing my head against a wall, and I didn't understand any of it. And I didn't like it. This part's fine. I like this part. Plex, you can send a level, but I'm not going to play it, so I would say I don't mind, but I don't particularly welcome it. Whenever I finish playing this level, I don't think I'm playing any more Geometry Dash today. You'll be lucky if I don't quit the game over this. What? So sometimes you don't have to hit either of the orbs, and sometimes you do, and I don't know how to tell the difference. Great. Like right there, you skipped both of the orbs around it and just like wobbled the portals. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. I don't get it. Like right there, it didn't work, but the 2 times before it did. I'm so bad. No. Well, if the blue orbs are supposed to be buffered, then I'm not going to get through that part very easily, and I'm never going to do that. So we'll just we'll see how it works without that. Hopefully, it'll be possible. I might buffer 1 time per level, maybe, but usually not. Usually never. Every time I try to buffer, I die. Like, it's almost difficult to explain how bad I am at this game to people. Fortunately, you can witness it as I die over and over again without improving at all. But I believe you when you say I'm supposed to, like, do a thing that I can't do in order to find success, but... Well, we see how that's working out. Anyway, this is dramatically harder than all the other levels I've played. Like, I thought there were parts of, like, Shiver and Platinum Adventure that were annoying, but there's, like, so much of this that's, like, so heavily context-dependent and, like, orb timing-based. I take back all of my annoyance with, like, early Shiver, right? And with medium and late Shiver, because this is considerably stranger. And, like, there's so many orbs where you can hit them or not hit them, and I don't understand when. And, like, that, like... that I just fall off there. That's it's not very good. Yeah, see, the thing about placing checkpoints is I have to, like, oh, well, I deleted it. Well, it looks like we're back to not getting further anymore. All right. Well, this is a disaster. So the thing about checkpoints is I'm not very good at setting them while I'm going. And in fact, I almost always die. And sometimes I just delete them instead. Anyway, I hate this game. That's all there is to it. I don't think I should play this game anymore. There's no point, right? There's no point to me even playing this game because I'm like really bad and I'm never gonna beat it. I'll just die like what 1,000 times and not even be able to beat it on practice mode, probably. Because what, it's going to take me like thousands of attempts to even get here, and then I'm just going to choke every time, probably? Like, what do you even do there? I don't know. Ah, that. Sure, whatever. And then it's probably just a little ship through a tunnel sort of thing, I imagine. Yeah, I'm never going to beat this level. I might beat it on practice mode. I don't think I'll ever beat it, though. I think it's too hard. I'm getting to the point where every demon I look at that I haven't already beaten, I think it's too hard. Which probably means I've hit my peak. 4 demons isn't a bad career, right? It's more than I would have expected whenever I started playing. I mean, it took me 1,000 attempts to beat Jumper. Whatever. Why am I doing this? I should just go plant wheat. Planting wheat never makes me feel like this. That's not true. Sometimes I dump a whole bottle of, or bucket of water all over my wheat field. But usually it doesn't make me feel like this. Maybe I should just go plant wheat. I should have quit after I beat the level. That I need to, like, write down on the cow skull hanging above my computer. Hey, look at the cow skull. Be inspired. Also, stop playing after you beat a level. There is a cow skull there. It's a long story. I didn't kill the cow or anything. It's a family heirloom. It's like painted and stuff. Our neighbor who lived across the street from us whenever I was a child was a member of a Native American nation, and it's like a thing that he made for our family. It doesn't belong to me, but it hangs in my room. It's never been moved. It was painted in 1995. Whenever I was a little kid, I thought that it was illegal because there were bald eagle feathers on it, but it's just turkey feathers, and I was stupid. I was a little kid, and my dad, like, looked it up in a book for me. He already knew that they were turkey feathers. I'm like, no, they're too big. A turkey could never have such amazing feathers. Because if you're not American, it's, like, mega illegal to have a bald eagle feather. Like, there's essentially no way for me to legally even possess one. If somebody gave it to me, it would still, like, be like $10,000 of a fine type of thing. And that's the status of it. So, like, and I even knew that whenever I was a little kid. I was like, oh, we're gonna get in trouble, but it's just a turkey. But the one thing that the skull is not doing is helping me beat this level, or indeed get any further along it than I had been before. Sometimes I think at a certain point, like, I want to play bad so I'm not a liar, you know, so I'm not wrong. Yeah, but that would be agonizing to crash to the front. But yeah, it's just, you just do this little bit, right? And yeah. Anyway, I was saying, like, surely you would just, you know, using your ship skills, be able to just go in here, but... yeah. So anyway, very clearly I'm never going to beat this level. Because I can't even run this part, right? Like, if you gave me 500 attempts, I still wouldn't be able to run this part to the end. It's just too irregular, right? Because you have situations where you don't hit either of those yellow orbs, but then if you're inputting, you'll die. And then you have situations where if you don't hit the inputs, you'll die. And I don't know which of them you're going to get to before you get there. And right there, if you swoop in at a weird point, you have to input, like I was inputting there, because I hit it at a strange angle, and not the orbs, because the orbs wouldn't have worked because you wouldn't have hit it in time. And, like, what's going on there? I'm never going to beat this level. I'm never going to beat it. It's okay. I guess... well, I don't want to get all dramatic. I mean, what if I want to play Geometry Dash some other day? Like, in the future. It's not super likely. I feel like I already hit the ceiling, right? Yeah, like, what? And then, like, there's just no regularity to it. Sometimes you'll swoop to the bottom, sometimes you'll get into the portals clean and need no inputs. And every time is me doing what I think is the same thing. No, you gotta jump one more time. That's the key. Yep. So you don't... As soon as you... Nope, that doesn't work either. That is not the key. I can't figure out what's going on. Got it. But sometimes I accidentally live anyway, like right there and right there. Cool. It's just, with that part earlier that I'm never going to be able to learn how to do, this just seems like too many parts will all have to get lucky in a row, right? This is not like Shiver or Platinum Adventure or any of the other demons that I've beaten. This part is not going to go well when I get here. I'm probably never going to play this map again. But like, I'd have to get here, what, 1,000 times before I could clear it? So, do I want to play this map for 10,000 attempts to get here that many times? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what I want out of life, but it can't be this, right? Like, this is bad. I'm bad. I don't feel bad for being bad. I feel bad because I'm alive. But this is really like putting a mirror up to it, right? It's like, hey, you're alive right now. This is you. You suck. You're the worst. And that's really what this level is saying to me. And I don't disagree. Like, I totally agree with the level, in fact. But I don't need to play a video game to dislike myself, and in fact, it's not why I do it. Anyway, like, who even knows what's going on there? Was that already doomed because it was too slow? Because I was hitting it the whole time. Like, here you, yeah, never mind. Too fast. I don't get it. I don't understand at all. No, she said I could do it with enough attempts. Yeah, I mean, like, if I played this for, like, 100 hours. But as the song says, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, do I want to spend as much time as people spend to, like, you know, have a good time in this misery where I never do anything right? I just don't know. Because I'm stuck on this part. This isn't even the hardest part of the level. This is like the 4th hardest part of the level, right? There's still the beginning. And then, like, the early middle and then the middle. Like, there's still all of that before we even get here. And I can't do this part. And it's not the hardest. Yeah, it doesn't bode well, does it? It certainly doesn't seem like it's gonna go well. You know, we can't even shoot 70% to the end. Incompetence. If I die like that for the real, I would just lose my mind. The thing is, I don't know which way the portal's gonna be until I'm already at the end of it. Like, it's only if I'm dying that I even understand that I'm doing it wrong. There's no time for me to not hit the button. I'm just hitting the input that whole cycle. Like, all of that, that's just me hitting the button as fast as I can until we get to that last part. As soon as I start here, so if it works, that's good, but if it doesn't, then I die. Like, right there, none of that, none of those inputs were planned. That was just me looking at the screen and hitting the buttons basically as quick as I could. Same for this, right? All of this is just spam. All of that is spam until we got to the end where it didn't work. So spam is working there. Maybe that's the key. Like in the Nightmare where there's that part where we just had to spam the things. Rakupa, yes, you did miss me beating Shiver. That was the other day, and Platinum Adventure was earlier in this stream. And now you've missed me complaining just relentlessly about my incompetence here. But I figured out if I just spam, you live sometimes. See, like there, I hit the button the whole time, but it didn't work. And there I hit the button the whole time and it did work. And it looped up weird and it still worked. But like, it seems like a terrible thing to have to be subjected to that on a real run, right? Where you hit the button continually and hope that it works. Because that's literally what I'm doing there. No. Yeah, I think just the spam is the key. That was the problem. I was trying to think about what I was doing, except there it didn't work. So you can only spam sometimes, but not others. And I don't know how to tell the difference. But, you know, if it doesn't work, we'll just die. Like there, the spamming didn't work. And there, the spamming worked wonderfully. No spam? No, I don't, And here, all we did was hit the button the whole time. The whole time we were talking there. We flew off at the end, sure, but... And here, all we're doing is hitting the button, and it worked. Till the end. Yep, I don't know... I don't know how to tell the difference. I just know sometimes if we spam, we can live. However, it's going to be too hard to get to that point. I don't think... Yeah, nothing in figuring out that the spam is functional is going to help us beat the level. Because we won't be able to get here enough to just, like, hit the button and hope we live. Because so much is going to be that. And imagine the wind out of the sails there. So if we literally can't figure out how to do it, there's no point in playing anymore, right? We're going to spend, what, 1,000 attempts on this level and figure out that we literally can't even beat 20% of it? Alright. Where do we jump for the spam to work? Is it at the very end or is it in the middle? I think that's the key, yeah, because you can spam your whole way through there, but you got to start spamming at the right time, so right at the end. Because if you go early, then no, I don't know. There's no, it's not regular. It's just not regular. I can't tell how it's gonna be. Yeah, but I can't turn it the same way because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm just running at it and then slamming my hand on the buttons, and because if I don't do it and we do the portal where we swirl through it, like there I wasn't spamming, so I died, but if we just swirled through, then I would be spamming, so I would die. I guess we could try to notice when we're flipping through the portals and then stop spamming for a moment, but then you reach there and you don't go fast enough. And there, it somehow worked anyway, even though we didn't hit any of the portals and we were spamming. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and that one was the weirdest I've ever seen. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, it's two wildly different effects that come from me, I think, doing the same things, but it can't be the same thing. I just don't know. I don't know where the difference is coming from. I don't know how I lived that time, because that's like the hardest one to live, and I don't get how it worked. Sure. And that one just like bumped me out really weird. Yeah, I just... And that's like a way I've never even seen getting through it before. I don't understand. So is there like 8 different ways to get through there and I just get different ones all the time? I hate when levels do that. I remember calling it a good design in a previous level. I hate it. There should be only one way to do it. That way, if you fail, you fail. Well, no, because you can't know how to behave if it works 8 different ways. Like, what even went on there? Did I miss the first of the portals? But it was still gonna work? Like, what? That doesn't even look like that looked like I should have died. I've ran this part, what, a couple hundred times, and I still don't get any of it. I don't get any of it. You know, every 500 times I might get through that I get here, but I won't ever understand why. I know I'm a bad player, Natasha. It's good of you to point it out. I'm not offended. Any way that I talk about the game is going to be bad player talk, because I am bad. Like, now we watch as I am incapable of getting through this any more times. But this is the first level where I feel like there's multiple points where I literally don't understand how I'm getting through it when I am. Every other level I've beaten, I understood what was going on while I do it. I don't get this. And it's been hundreds of attempts. And I still don't understand how I'm supposed to anticipate my behavior right there. I get the rest of it. I mean, after this, I don't understand a lot of the before parts of this level either. And I'll probably have to run them 1,000 times before I give up. Why am I even still doing this? This is a waste of all of our times. I'm just going to quit the game after I finish talking for a little while. Why am I drawing it out? That's a good question. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. And it's not like, oh, I can't do it right. Like, if you ask... Normally, every single part of this game, if you ask me to, like, draw you a picture and say, hey, what are you doing? Where do you want to hit your input? And where do you want it to go? I could push it down for you, right? I could just draw you out a little macro of what you should do on the map. Like, I could point at the screen and say, input there, input there, input there. I can't do that here. I literally don't know what's happening. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Anyway, that's Geometry Dash. Natasha, I'm trying to miss that pad every time. I never hit that pad on purpose. In fact, I thought I was missing that pad every single time. Except for, like, maybe 4 times out of the 500. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What a waste. Anyway. Anyway, that's Geometry Dash. that's all I got for you today. Thanks, guys. Maybe I'll be streaming some wheat planting in Minecraft or something in a bit, but I'm probably just gonna go like scream, maybe for an extended period of time. But see you guys. Bye, Roy. Bye, Sethi. Bye, Natasha. Bye, everyone. I should have quit after I beat Platinum Adventure. I shouldn't have kept playing. I probably should have quit before I even played Platinum Adventure. But, anyway. Perhaps I'll see you guys later on. Good night.